Hello and welcome to my short overview and brief look at the brand new Boss RC202 loop station. The Boss RC202 is very similar to its big brother, the RC505, the main difference being that this has 2 tracks rather than 5. Don't be fooled though, this more compact and affordable piece of tech packs a suitably large punch when performing and creating loops and tracks on the go. Let's take a look at some of the design. On the back of the RC202, we have your standard left-right inputs and outputs, phantom power input for mics, control pedal inputs, MIDI in and out, USB, and then your DC power connector. Moving around to the front, you can see all of the controls. This will be familiar if you've ever seen or used the RC505. Mic level and system buttons, 2 larger knobs for input and track effects, accompanied by 4 quickfire buttons on each side affecting sound pre- and post-recording. We then have 6 labelled function buttons, and finally our play, record, stop and track selection buttons at the bottom. Using the 202 is fairly easy, especially if you've used a loop station before. I've had this for a couple of weeks and it's all become second nature now. If you're coming from the 505, you will notice some differences. Obviously there's 3 less tracks to play with, but editing specific effects take a few more button presses and the layout is slightly different. I can see lots of potential uses for this. On stage or busking when space is a premium, or in the classroom where, if working in small groups, the affordability plays a big part in acquiring maybe more than one of these. I think it's really important to mention the pick up and play quality of this looper. It's really easy to just pick it up and get started and record using your microphone or your instruments and getting just hands-on with the effects. But as you kind of learn more and more about it and how the different nuances of the looper work, it really explodes and opens doors for creating some really in-depth and powerfully textured pieces of music. I'd highly recommend watching the Boss videos that I've linked in the description. They go through the quick start and how to get going on this thing, and then also how to do some of the maybe more complex maneuvers in terms of using things like one shot and loop, reverse, overdubbing and replacing bits of the tracks that you've recorded, which really turn this looper into a compelling choice if you're thinking of creating songs on the go or using this in a classroom to demonstrate effects. You could be using it to talk about how songs are structured. I think that's really, really powerful thing to do using the 8 different memory banks that you can cue one after another. The Boss RC202 then is a very powerful piece of gear. Lots of places where you could use this, whether you're a busker, whether you are in a studio and want to do some promo video stuff. If you want to be layering tracks together, textures together, you know, it doesn't have to be music. You could do some really powerful soundscape stuff with this. There are so many uses, which I think makes it perfect for almost any musician, and I'd argue, you know, it'd have a great place in the classroom in terms of visualizing how things are recorded, how input effects and track effects work, and then maybe applying that elsewhere, whether you're looking at a DAW or something like that. There's so much you can get out of just this tiny piece of gear. Very affordable, really, really great, highly recommended. All that's left to say then is thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more product overviews, reviews or demonstrations, they should all be coming up soon. Thank you very much to You Can Play and You Can Studios for making this happen and using this lovely space that we've got here in Sandbach as well. Thank you very much and see you soon.